Hello YouTube and welcome to the Retro Gamer Quiz. Today is a quiz that I've been looking forward to for quite a while because these two guys that are on are two of my favourite content creators, and if it wasn't for these guys I definitely wouldn't be sat here. First of all, I'm going to introduce our challenger. You'll probably know him better as Sega Zombie or Scott. So here he is, guys, our current YouTuber of the year, Sega Zombie.
Evening.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm nervous. I don't normally get nervous, but I am nervous about this.
You are, mate. You know how nervous I get before every live stream. And today, I'm sorry to break this to everyone watching. Today is the first time I've done a live stream, and I've got no red wine.
Oh.
I know, but I went out on Friday night. Things got a little bit too messy. I had literally, I think, a 3-day hangover. The hangovers seem to get worse the older you get.
Oh, definitely.
Do you know what? It's kind of put me off. But I'm definitely having a drink for the swap shop on Sunday because obviously it's a bit of a birthday bash.
We've got to get our banana beers in, haven't we?
Well, I'm going to get, I think I'm going to go with, the ciders that we can get. The, is it the rhubarb? And I forget what the other cider is, the one that Lee drinks as well. So quite fancying that. So have you been doing any revision this week at all, Scott? Or?
No, none. I'm completely winging it. And I'm very up and down. You know, I have a dense day and then I'll have a day where I shock myself. So who knows what day it is today?
Who knows? I must admit, because when I research all these questions, like, I'm really looking forward to one day being on the other side, because like I read that much shit now that some of it does actually stick in there. So it might actually come in handy.
By the end of this, you will be the master.
Well, I've been called a few things, but master. I wouldn't say master's one of them. So yeah, we're going to bring on the current reigning champion, who is Pete from Onaretrotip. Very good friend of ours, really nice guy. I've really enjoyed speaking to him off air as well. Very knowledgeable. I honestly think you've got your work cut out after what happened last week. So here he comes, guys. Here's Pete.
Hi guys, how you doing?
We're all good, Pete. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks for having me back.
So what's the latest? What's been happening? Have you been doing any revision yourself?
I haven't, but I have been a bit nervous about this one because, Scott knows a lot of stuff. He used to run a shop. So that's my, worry with, the boxes and stuff. I reckon he'll know all of them. So I'm like,
Well, obviously, I think you'll just, this is to Pete. I've only just started following you on Instagram. And I had a quick look through your Instagram posts. And if there's a few that you definitely should get, because I've just seen some of the photos that you're taking, and I'm like, no. Sorry. So
I'm just going to have a quick flick through Instagram.
But before we do go any further, I'm just going to ask the guys that are watching. If you want to write the answers, that's great. But can you wait until we've put the answer, or until the round's finished? And you guys have wrote down your answers. There was a bit of a mix-up last week, or a fortnight ago. I don't think it made much difference. But if people can keep that in till the end, it's great to see people joining in. And there's quite a few people after the stream's finished watch it and do their own. I know Dave Birdsall, he always puts down what his score was. So I'd absolutely love to get Dave on here, but with his work, rotor and what have you, it's going to be pretty impossible. So, but I said we'd work around it. We might be able to do something special from him, because I think it'd be just great him getting pissed, and I can get pissed as well. Then we can just have a laugh. So Scott, I just wanted to quickly talk to you about the YouTuber of the month and what your thoughts are on this month, because I've looked at it and it's a really strong lineup this month.
It's a really strong 5 nominations this month, and I'm just glad that I host it and I don't vote. That's cool with me, because there's 5 great channels this month. And
And what do you think, Pete? Have you? I think you've already made your mind up, right? Have you? Or
yeah, I voted for this month.
You've already voted. No, I'll keep my vote for a little bit.
Yeah, I quite often like leave it quite late. But can I just say, I'm very happy to see Scott hosting this year. I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah.
Which he knows, after some of the past things that happened with the show, good or bad or whatever, it's nice to see him host it, and it's come back to form a bit, I think, this year. So that's nice.
I agree. I honestly, guys, I'm honoured to be in the presence of 2 YouTuber of the years. So, well done to both of you. Pete, what I wanted to ask you about, mate, was this premiere that we've got coming up on Saturday. So I've got my reminder set. Any of you guys watching out there, get yourself along to Onaretrotip and have a look at the premiere that is coming out on Saturday, which absolutely can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. One of my favourite games. Give us a bit of a... Go on, Pete. Give us a bit of a... Blow it up a bit for us.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's the making of GoldenEye, which is also one of my all-time favourite games. And yeah, premieres at 8 p.m. UK time, Saturday. And it's basically an hour and 41 minutes of behind-the-scenes making of stuff from GoldenEye, mostly from the developers, with a little bit of me talking. But yeah, should be interesting for people who like the game. But, yeah. I did have to change the link because I messed up the first one, so I did actually re-upload it. So if people have set a reminder on the first one, they'll need to check they don't have the wrong one.
Redo that again. The thing that shocked me was when you said that you had to type out all of the subtitles. Like, I never knew that was a thing, and I would that would just destroy me.
Yeah,
it really would.
Do you know what? Like in the end, because what happens is sometimes YouTube will do the auto subs and sometimes it won't. So when I did the Monkey Island one, they didn't do anything. But luckily on this one, after I left it a couple of days, they did the auto ones. But they're like gibberish. But at least then it's a base where I can go through and like just change what needs changing. But it still took ages. But
I must have, like, when because I decided to put them on to see how it dealt with my accent on my videos. And I don't know if you've ever seen the video of like where these 2 Scottish guys are using a voice-activated lift, but it's like really similar to that. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It puts swear words in when I'm not actually swearing. Wow. I'm not actually Scottish. So we're just going to have a quick look in the comments. We've got Sega Saturn Lad there saying hi to everyone, and bah. And also, as always, I like to give a bit of a mention to Colin Cox and his charity Andy's Man's Club. Did any of you guys manage to catch the Feed Me Chicken stream at the weekend? He was doing a 24-hour live stream for a charity. I think it was the Bearded Fisherman. I'm pretty sure that, when I watched it, they were up to about 800 quid, which I thought was an absolutely fantastic event. I don't know what the final total was, but yeah, there was quite a few people on there. So I just wanted to give him a mention, because of course, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have an Xbox. So, and I'm really loving the Xbox at the minute. So can't wait to get them games off you, Scott. The survival horror one. Like the first, because I'd never heard about it until you described it. Yeah. And I was like, right, I need to see what it's about. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed with that.
I'm definitely going to have to send your stuff soon that I've got for you. Mark's in from Geordie/Air Gaming. He's one of the nominees for this month's YouTuber of the month. And he is Big Game Al. Sorry about messing up last time. I was in genuine. So yeah, Big Game Al is in. Retro Chef, our 2-time champion. His 2 favourites battling it out. And we've got quite a few people inside, guys. We've got Essex Retro Gamer. His channel has come on leaps and bounds. Like, absolutely superb. Really is. He's banging the videos out. He really is. He's doing
about 2 a day, isn't he?
He probably doesn't sleep, that guy, does he?
I don't think he does. He's after 11 months, he's going to eclipse my 121. It's going to be like 400. And of course, we have this month's winner. the Game Shack, who he's just recently agreed to come on. If anyone wants to apply for the quiz, we are now up to October the 7th, I think. So I'm fully booked up to then. But if you fancy a go and you've got a YouTube channel, that's all I ask. And you can pit your wits against these guys, including Gernaldinho. I'd love to get him on, of course. If you're showing your hands, I wouldn't want to see your answers. That's the only thing I would have to insist on with that. But just going through there. Next week's, one of you guys will be up against Stewie's Retro Game, and he is the next contestant up. So Stewie will be watching this with interest to see if he's got his work cut out, which I'm sure he has. Ink Northerner, he's in while he's at the gym. Yeah, definitely. You can tell he's a bit of a gym guy. He's a bit of a big unit, isn't he? I wouldn't be messing with him. So, and a previous contestant, Gordon 84. Gordon, of course, he's in here as well, as is Nerdy the Cask Strength Gamer, who was he nominated this month?
Yep. Yes, he
I
is.
thought he was. That's right. And Nerdy Geezer. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everyone, guys. We've said all that we need to say. So now we're going to crack on with the quiz. The first round is, of course, the 10 questions. This is the one that'll really make or break everyone. So I'll just take that off. And has everyone got a pen, pencil, paper, anything like that?
Yep.
Great. Right, so here we go. Question number 1. What game was released in the PAL region first for the Sega Saturn? Was it Destruction Derby or Alien Trilogy?
Ooh.
I had both of these games for the PlayStation 1. Firm favourite, although I did prefer Destruction Derby 2, I must admit. So, what game was released first in the PAL region for the Sega Saturn? Was it Destruction Derby or Alien Trilogy? Did any of you guys play them?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have no idea on the release dates, so I'm a guess in here.
Well, okay, number 2. This quite surprised me. The name Sega, or Sega, if you're from the Northeast, but I do say Sega. I don't know why. Me Northeasterners would kick me out for that. But anyway, Sega is an abbreviation of Service Games and was first used on the Diamond Star machine, which was actually a slot machine. What year was that? So what year was the name Sega first used? So just read that out again. The name Sega is an abbreviation of Service Games and was first used on the Diamond Star machine, which was a slot machine. What year was that? Geordie Slash is just saying there that they already did kick me out. Yeah, he's kind of right. Number 3. How many buttons, not including any directional buttons, does a Nintendo 64 Trident controller have? And that's just a standard controller.
Oh, that's the normal controller.
Just a normal, standard Trident N64 controller. How many buttons in total does it have without any directional buttons?
I'm going to put my hand there because there's literally one right there. So how many buttons without the...
Without any directional controls.
Wow.
I couldn't make them all Sega.
That could be a bit of a trick question, isn't it?
Well, there's there is a set amount. I have got a controller. I've counted them myself. I don't want the directional or the analog, whatever you want to call it.
Can we just clarify? By directional, do you just mean the D-pad?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly how I've done it, Pete.
I'm just going to shuffle over so Scott can't look at my controller.
Can I just say it?
And I haven't got one, funnily enough.
But not yet.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I mean, come on. I must admit, like, I've got this thing where I want to complete Resident Evil 2 on every format. And I've got the cartridge. I've got Resident Evil 2 for the Nintendo 64. But that controller just absolutely ruins me every time. I just can't use it. I can't use it. So, guys, number 4. Although Pac-Man doesn't have an ending as such, an integer overflow means the last level is impossible to clear. What number level is it that's not possible to clear? So even though you can't complete Pac-Man, what is the highest level you can get up to on Pac-Man? So that's one. Have you ever seen Pixels? Is it Pixels? The guy who's portrayed in that. Like he was the guy to do it, right? I think he got like the maximum score.
Who's that? Billy Mitchell.
Like, yeah, that's him. Where he killed where he got all the ghosts and all the pellets. But on this level, even if you get all the pellets, there's not enough pellets to complete that level. So you can only get to this level. Just a bit of a shout out to my brother-in-law, who it was me and him were talking about this, so you can thank him for that question. Cheers, James. So repeat.
Yeah, I put a guess in. Yeah, no worries.
Okie dokie. So we move on to number 5. Metal Gear Solid is a game we all know and love on the PlayStation 1. However, it was originally planned to appear on another system as Metal Gear 3, but on which platform was it supposedly going to appear on? Yeah. Okay, guys, number 6. ID's classic game Doom began as an adaptation of what film? So when ID originally started making the game Doom, it was actually based on a film. What was the film? Chip Cyber Snake's in. He is still alive, guys, just in case you're wondering. Good to see you, Jay. Bit controversial there. Billy Mitchell was a cheat. Whenever I hear the name Billy Mitchell, I think of like EastEnders.
Yeah, it was a cheat, yeah.
How did he cheat?
He was submitting faked times and stuff to what's it called? The what the fuck are they called? The people who do this high scores for the
like
arcade.
Guinness Book of Records or something? Or
no,
like
the arcade one, yeah.
So, guys, you both got an answer for that one?
Oh, no.
No.
But I'm just
right. I can give a clue.
Mm.
You both have to agree to it.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Okay. It was a James Cameron film.
Okay.
Right, here we go, guys. I'm sure you'll get this one. Had to keep something in for, keep you interested. Which game was the subject of a lawsuit from Sega claiming it was a direct copy of Crazy Taxi? Okie dokie. You still thinking, Scott?
Yeah, I ain't got a clue on that one.
Well, if there's any that you want me to come back to at the end, I'm quite happy to read it out again for you.
Yeah, move on.
Okay, number 8. How many end destinations are there in the arcade game Outrun? So, how many finishing lines are there? I'm sure Scott's drawn like a little miniature map or something there, I reckon. Is that the cab? Is that going to be... Oh, you probably can't tell us. But
I can't say.
Personally, I hope it is that one. That'd be great. Does that mean that the Operation Wolf might be moving from the kitchen?
Operation Wolf has been disassembled. It is the PCBs are all removed. I've done that all last weekend, so it's going to be fixed.
Oh man!
So, yeah, Operation
Wolf. Do you know what? When I found out that was in your kitchen, I mean, how do you actually get anything done? Like, I wouldn't be able to cook anything. I'd be just on there, Uzi in one hand, pan in the other. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Burn a lot of toast.
I bet. Okay, guys, number 9. We all know the story of Ocean's classic RoboCop on the home micros and consoles. But who were responsible for programming and publishing the arcade version?
Definitely know that one. That's one of my favourite games, so I definitely know that one.
Okay, guys, and the last question is... The classic game Contra, or Greiser, as it's known here in the UK, is also known by another name. What is that other name? So the classic game Contra, or Greiser, as it's known here, is also known by another name. What is the name? So, feeling confident?
No, not at all.
Good. Right, so we will start with question number 1, and we're going to go to Pete. What game was released in the first PAL region? Which game was released first in the PAL region for the Sega Saturn, Destruction Derby, or Alien Trilogy? Pete, what did you say?
I guess Destruction Derby.
Destruction Derby. Scott?
I put Alien Trilogy.
Oh, interesting. This is the first time we've had different answers. The answer is Destruction Derby, which was released on August the 15th, 1996. Alien Trilogy was released September the 4th, 1996. So really close. I think on the PlayStation, I think there was a bigger gap between the two, but on the Sega Saturn, they were pretty close. So, guys, question 2. I am actually meant to be writing these and writing who gets what down because I always forget to do this. So 0 and 1. So guys, question 2 is the name Sega is an abbreviation of Service Games and was first used in the Diamond Star Machine, which was a slot machine. What year was that, Scott?
I've put 1940, but it's a guess.
Okay. And Pete, what was your answer?
I had no idea, and I went really late, 75.
So I think Scott's the closest. Just the answer is 1954. And when I was doing the research for this question, I was absolutely amazed to find out that Sega actually originated in America.
Yeah, it did.
In Hawaii, making slot machines for American troops.
I was reading up on it how they had to hide that they were slot machines because it was illegal at the time. So I knew it was early. But... Well,
I think that's why they moved it to Japan, some legality thing, and they used to supply obviously there's a lot of American troops around that area, and that was what they used to use for entertainment. So they just figured, well, we'll make them there. and eventually it got bought out and more people joined, and they turned into the Sega that we know and love today. Okay, guys, so number 3 was how many buttons, not including any directional buttons, does a standard Trident N64 controller have? Pete, we're going to go to you with that one first, mate.
10.
You're saying 10, and Scott?
I put 7, and that's a complete guess.
Pete's there with 10.
Oh,
Pete is there with 10. Yeah, he was right. A lot of people, everyone who I've asked, because I do test these questions out, like different questions, and everyone put 9 because they kept forgetting about the start button.
Yeah, start. Or, yeah.
I didn't add that.
Everyone remembered the trigger button, shoulder buttons, and then I think you've got like a start button, and you've got another 6. But
yeah. That's why I want you to clarify about the directional buttons, because some games let you, if you're left-handed, you can use the, you know, the yellow buttons. You can use those as the D-pad on the other side, so you can play it left-handed.
Oh, that's good. A bit like what they've got on the Atari Lynx, where you can like spin it round.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, guys. So number 4 was, although Pac-Man doesn't have an ending as such, an integer overflow meant that the last level is impossible to clear. What number level is it that's not possible to clear? Scott, we're going to go with you on this one, mate.
Again, a guess. I just put 99.
99. Yeah, good guess. Pete?
I put 99 first, and then I added a 9. I put 999.
Well, the answer is 256. The 255th level is the last level that you can actually complete. But yeah, that was 256 is the last level that you can get to. It doesn't, the score doesn't let you get any higher to complete that. And just for if anyone wants to know, if anyone's sad enough to want to know, the maximum possible score is 3,333,360 points. So well done, you cheating bastard Billy Mitchell, for getting that. So this was quite an interesting question. Number 5, Metal Gear Solid is a game that we all know and love on the PlayStation 1. However, it was originally planned to appear on another system as Metal Gear 3. So, Pete, to you,
I love the way every time you say we all know and love, both me and Scott are like, nah.
Yeah.
No, do you not like Metal Gear Solid? Really?
No.
I just thought it was great because you could hide in a box and smoke a cigarette. I just thought it was really.
I do that at home all the time. So, I guessed the SNES.
You guessed the SNES. I can see why.
I done the same. I put Super Nintendo because I knew the originals were on the NES.
That's right. So it was. However, a Metal Gear 3 was originally planned to be released on the 3DO.
Ooh, oh, bloody hell!
Which I did not see coming at all. So yeah, I was quite shocked with that. Especially, like, have either of you two had or owned a 3DO?
Yeah, I've had loads over the years.
Like, what's your genuine thoughts on it if you bought one today?
It's not aged well.
Costs a bomb, didn't it? When it
yeah, the price is ridiculous. The last 5 years, the price on them is just gone through the roof.
I think if you work out with inflation how much it cost on release as well, it's like thousands.
Yeah. Was it about £400-500 on release?
Yes, it was expensive. Because they were trying to change the model. They were trying to get you to spend all the money on the console, and they were going to do the games cheap, but it didn't really work out, did it?
I think I got the FZ10. I picked one up last year, and I really wanted one as a kid. I think it must have been like the end of the Amiga or something like that, and that was what I really wanted to go for. And I never got one, and I got one last year, and I'm not a massive lover of FMV. And FMV for me hasn't really aged well. So playing it now, apart from Road Rash, that was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, that's
good. Apart from that, I moved it on probably within about 3 months. I didn't even make a video about it. I just wanted it gone so I could find something that I would enjoy. But anyway, the guy that I sold it to, he absolutely loves it, and he got a Street Fighter, I think. And do you know what? If I'd actually bothered me arse to play Street Fighter on it, might have been a bit of a game changer because it looks absolutely fantastic.
It's actually an exclusive as well because it's got different. It's got different soundtrack mixers on it that you can't get on any other version on the 3DO, and it plays actually a solid game on there. It's not bad.
it looks I mean, it looks vibrant, and the sprites look like bigger, or it just looks really, really good version. So I wish I'd tried that, but I'm sure I would have still shifted it on. So, guys, number 6. ID's classic game Doom began as an adaptation of what film? Scott, we're going to go with you on this one, mate.
Well, I didn't have a clue, and then you gave the little clue, gave the little hint, and I've put Aliens.
Aliens. And Pete, what are you saying, mate?
Terminator.
Well done, Scott. The answer is Aliens.
Oh my God! Yes.
Now, first things first. Doom is not like Aliens at all. Like not even remotely. So I did add a bit of information here. It did go as far that the developers entered negotiations with 20th Century Fox for the license. However, the idea was abandoned because ID Software felt that basing a game on another property would impeach on their creativity. So they took inspiration from some other films like what's the one with Ash where he's got like a shotgun?
Evil
like,
Dead.
That's
what I thought, because of the shotgun and getting the chainsaw. I thought, is it Evil Dead?
Yeah. So,
if I can be pedantic, it is actually id Software, by the way, not ID, which a lot of people don't know. No, it's all right. I didn't have a clue.
It took it. Wait until I try and pronounce something a bit later on. You're going to crucify me because even though I've been told how to say it, the accent just doesn't let me do it. So, yeah, I'm gonna be burning soon. So, guys, number 7. Which game was the subject of a lawsuit from Sega claiming that it was a direct copy of Crazy Taxi? Pete, we're going to go with you on this one.
This one's a dog because there's 2 Simpsons driving games, and one's called Hit and Run and one's called Road Rage, and I can never remember which one it is, despite the fact I've done a video on this. I'm going to guess Hit and Run.
You're going with Hit and Run. Scott, what are you saying?
And I went with the other one. I went for Simpsons Road Rage.
Right, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The reason I put this question in is because I always get mixed up between the two, and I was actually on the live stream talking about completely the wrong game for about at least 3 or 4 minutes before someone went, yeah, thanks, and it just totally fucked me off, and I was like, all right, okay, and yeah, it turned out I was talking about completely the wrong game. The answer is The Simpsons Road Rage.
Yeah,
well done, Scott.
Yeah,
but even when I was looking for the answer, I still guessed the wrong one as well. So
I never remember.
Ditto. So well done for getting that one, Scott. Number 8. How many end destinations are there in the arcade game of Outrun? So, Scott, I've got to go with you on this one, mate.
I went blank. I've put 5.
5. And Pete, what are you saying?
I don't know, so I put 6.
It's 5. Oh. It is 5.
I would have never lived that down if I got that wrong, you know.
Well, I thought I'd put a few cheeky ones in here to test you guys. Like, there is quite a bit of Sega in this, but I know that you guys are really into your Sega. Hence where I'm wearing my, obviously this is Mega Drive t-shirts tonight.
In Japanese.
Yeah. Cheers, Pete, for translating that for me. Number 9 is we all know and love the story of Ocean's classic Robocop on the home micros and consoles. But who are responsible for programming and publishing the arcade version? Pete, we're going to go with you on that one, mate.
Data East.
You're saying Data East. And Scott?
Yeah, Data East. Classic game. Brilliant game.
Classic game. Yeah, the answer is obviously Data East. And I think I've seen something as well saying that it wasn't Ocean that released the Robocop games in the States. It was Data East that actually released like the normal ports as well. Is that right? Or was I reading
normally Ocean would handle the European distribution, wouldn't they? Rather than in the States.
So I think in the States it was actually Data East that released them. So I don't know, might be able to get a copy of that. And last but not least, number 10 was the classic game Contra or Geyser, as it's known here in the UK or in Europe, is also known by another name. What is that, guys? And we're going to go with you, Pete, on this one.
Is it Probotector?
Probotector. And Scott, what are you saying, mate?
Well, because it's on the Mega Drive, I put Probotector as well.
Guys, you're both right. It is Probotector. I think originally when I was finding out about this question, I thought that it was to do with Germany, you know, like the laws that they have out there where they kind of change things around and make things less violent for kids. But yeah, it is Probotector. So, guys, can you tally up your scores, please?
Pitiful. A pitiful 4 for me.
Pitiful 4.
Jesus.
6 for me.
4 and 6. Right, guys, so this is the most hated round on the quiz. This is the music quiz, which everyone absolutely detests.
Mate.
It's yeah. I've tried to keep it mainstream so that you might have an idea. Yeah, so we're just going to go with it. And
how many are there on this?
There's 5. There's 5. So
cool.
Yeah, the pain doesn't last too long. So as I always say, when the music comes on, guys, I can't hear or see anything. Well, I can see what you're doing, but I can't hear anything. So yeah, if you've got any questions or anything, keep it for the end. Each song lasts about 15 seconds. So five bits of music from varying machines. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Good luck, guys. So, how are we feeling after that, guys?
Fucked.
I was hoping that you might get a couple of them at least, surely. But yeah. So here we go. Has everyone got 5 answers or 5 guesses?
5 guesses, definitely.
I haven't even got 5 guesses, mate.
I mean, we can do it again if you want, but do you want another listen, Pete?
Yeah, one more if you don't mind.
Right, let's do the pain. Right, guys, I'll just find it, and here we go with the music again. Enjoy. Guys, the main thing is Big Game Al, he's got none. So
I think I might have one.
I'm hoping Big Game Al might come on. Come on, Al. Get yourself on, mate. I need to get the crack. Okay, guys, so let's go with number 1 in the music round. Scott.
I put Mario 64. I know it's Mario, but I just
Mario 64. Decent. Pete.
Yeah, I know it's Mario, and I put this, but I've got a feeling it's probably from an earlier game, and it was put in this. But I put Mario 3D Land.
Guys, the answer is Mario 64.
Oh my god!
I know, mate. You're telling me that you're not into Nintendo. Whatever. Whatever. This all is Sega zombie. It's just all a facade. Yeah, correct. Right, guys, number 2. And Pete, we're going to go with you, mate.
Sonic and Knuckles?
Sonic and Knuckles. Scott?
I went with Sonic and Knuckles too.
Guys, you're both correct. It is Sonic and Knuckles. Well done. Oh, you don't want to see me. There we go. So, yeah, guys, both correct on number 2. Number 3, Scott?
I put Ghost Squad. I don't know why, but that's what it sounded like.
And Pete, what are you?
I put shit all for this.
Guys, I now do believe you when you say that you didn't like Metal Gear Solid, because that music is Metal Gear Solid.
Damn it, I was going to guess that because I was like, oh, I should have just put it in guess.
Right, I believe that you both didn't play Metal Gear Solid now. Fair one. Yeah. So, number 4. Quite a distinct music, I think, this one. Scott?
I put Red Dead Redemption because it sounded a bit Western.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Pete, how about you?
Well, I thought it sounded a bit gangstery, so I put The Godfather.
Big gangster. Guys, that music is from Silent Hill.
Really?
Never played it.
You're missing out. It's a game I enjoyed. I do like a bit of Silent Hill. And last but not least is number 5. Quite a short track, but hopefully you might have recognised it. Pete, what are you saying for that one, mate?
Don't recognise it at all. I thought it sounded a bit Zelda-y, so I put Ocarina of Time, but I got no idea.
Ocarina of Time. And Scott, how did you get on?
The same. I knew it was Zelda. Well, it sounded like Zelda, and I put Ocarina of Time as well.
That's bizarre that you both put that. Right, here we go. This is the bit where you're going to roast me. Shenmue,
yeah.
Is it Shenmue? Really?
From the Dreamcast. Yeah.
Really? Can you play it again?
Yeah, play it again. I want to hear that again.
If you can't just play that one, don't worry.
Yeah.
No, it has to play the whole video, and that's the very last song.
I didn't recognise that at all from Shenmue.
No, I didn't.
Well, in the site that we pretty much all use to get our game and music from, it's listed under that.
Wow.
But it's a game that I still haven't got around to playing. So
you've got to play it.
It's a bit dated.
That and the sequel's meant to be decent, right?
I've not played the Shenmue 3. I've got it. I backed it, and I've never played it.
Yeah,
never played it.
So, guys, that was the music round. I think Scott got that one 2-1.
Yeah.
As predicted, I got 1. That was horrific, man.
It's for me, doing the music part of the quiz is definitely the hardest to try and gauge how hard they are. But yeah, to be fair, when I tested out the questions, I think that the maximum anyone got was 3. So
I can't believe we didn't get Shenmue.
How did we not get Shenmue?
That's shocking, isn't it?
Well, at least you both got it wrong, because if someone got it right and someone got it wrong, and it turned out to be fucked up here, then I'll be like, oh shit.
It's weird that we both put Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
that is bizarre. That is bizarre.
It had a Zelda vibe to me. It really did.
But I try not to repeat any of the questions or music or pictures, and we have actually had that one on, but that was on the very, very first one. We had that, so yeah, it does sound a little bit like that, to be fair. But I don't know if anyone in the comments is saying, actually, Geordie Slasher Gaming, he got 4.
Ross
Wow.
said
He's on soon.
Ross said he got 5.
Did he? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so he did 5 out of 5. Well, there you go. I mean, that is, for me, there's only certain music scores stick in my head. And so, and what I like is obviously going to be completely different from you guys. Well, it's going to be mostly Amiga and Commodore 64, so I can't really put what I like, otherwise we'll have like what happened to Gordon. So I've got to try and mix it up a bit. So guys, the next one is the picture round. Personally, this is my favorite round of the whole quiz. There's 10 in total. It's 15 seconds per picture. The pictures will scroll from the bottom to the top. Of course, if you've missed one or you're not sure, then we can go again. Yeah. So if you guys are both ready, I will put us on to the picture round.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. Good luck. Right, guys, I'm hoping you enjoyed that round a little bit more, and I do apologise for the Final Fantasy one, but it always winds me up that I can never get the difference between each one of them, so I thought I'd see if you guys can. How did you find that, guys? All right?
Yeah, not bad. There's a couple there that I ain't sure of.
I think there's a couple there that I am sure of. That's it.
Well, you should be. You should be sure of definitely one of them. I was like, oh no! In fact, I actually liked it on your Instagram because I was like, for fuck's sake. But the current scores are 8-5 in favour of Scott. So Pete's got to really pull it out of the bag here. Are you happy to go on with your answers, or do you need to say them again?
What are you saying, Scott?
Well, I'm thinking the one I'm really unsure of, I don't think I know it anyway. So seeing it again, I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, I think the same for me.
So my memory.
Right then, guys, let's smash it. So number one, Pete, we're going to go with you for number one. What did you have?
Absolutely no idea. I put Green Beret.
Green Beret. And Scott?
I put POW.
Sorry, guys. They're both wrong. This is a Nintendo game, and it's Metal Gear. If you look really closely at it, it's the picture's actually based on Kyle Reese from the Terminator.
Oh, nice.
I was going to put Metal Gear as a guess, you know. Damn.
Fucking Metal Gear is the bane of this quiz.
I think you're gonna hate it even more now, aren't you? A video on how shit Metal Gear is.
Yeah.
So number two, Scott, we're going to go with you, mate. What do you think number two was?
It's Castlevania.
And Pete?
Yeah, Castlevania.
Yeah, well done, guys. Another classic on the NES, Castlevania, that was taken from. So well done to both of you. Number three, we're going to go with with you, Pete, for number three.
That's one of my childhood favourites, Kid Chameleon.
Kid Chameleon. And Scott?
Yep, Kid Chameleon. I was hoping Pete didn't get that one.
Well, that was actually taken from my actual copy of Kid Chameleon. It's one of the few Mega Drive games that I've got, and I think it's an absolutely cracking game. So I've started taking pictures of games that I actually own rather than just like ripping them off from the internet. So well done, guys. That's a point for each of you there. So number four, we're going to go with you, Scott. What did you have for number four?
I know this cover and it's going to bug me. I've put Impossible Mission.
You've put Impossible Mission. Pete, what have you put?
Nothing.
Scott, you've got it, mate. Well done. That was Alvin on the front from one of my favorite Commodore 64 games. It was the reason why I bought a Commodore 64 was when I heard the digitized speech at the beginning of that game. I was like, I need to have that computer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is correct. Okay, so we're going to move to number five, and Pete, we've got to go with you on this one. What are you saying, mate?
Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe.
Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe. Scott?
Yeah, the same. Awesome game.
Both correct, guys. This is what I was talking about earlier. When I went through Pete's Instagram earlier, I saw a massive fuck-off picture of Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe.
It's right here behind.
Oh! Yeah, it's for me the improvements they made over Speedball 1 was just massive. It really was. It was just a lot of people don't like Speedball 1, but like Speedball 2, and I can understand why. It was one of my favorite games back in the Amiga days. So we move to number 6, and Scott, I'm going to go with you on this one, mate. What did you have for number 6?
That one's Choo Choo Rocket.
Choo Choo Rocket. And Pete?
Yep, Choo Choo Rocket.
Yeah, I figured you guys might both get that one. Again, a game that I own on the Dreamcast. One of the few original games that I've
probably had like 100 copies of that.
I think even at CEX it only costs £1. I mean, £1 for a Dreamcast games, it says a lot, doesn't it? Really.
Worth it for
I've never played it yet.
But it's a great game. It's actually a really good game. For £1, that's a great game for the Dreamcast.
I'm getting some absolute bargains today. As I was saying earlier, managed to pick up Outrun 2 on the Xbox, the original Xbox, for 50p. Absolutely buzzing with that. Like, just can't wait to play it. And yeah, a bit of a box turned up with a few bits and bobs from a fellow YouTuber, but I'm going to keep that for my video that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. All will be revealed. So okay, guys, moving on to number 7. Pete, we're going to go with you on this one, mate. What did you have for it?
I'm sure I know it, but I drew a complete blank on it.
Complete blank. Yeah, Scott.
Again, I recognised it, but I've just put Mortal Kombat.
So, guys, it's Dark Watch on Xbox.
Ooh.
So
No, I wouldn't have got it.
no.
No.
Sorry, guys. Just tried to vary it up a bit. So yeah, there was an Xbox One went in there. Number 8, Pete.
Oddworld Abe's Odyssey.
Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and Scott.
Yeah, I've put the same.
Yeah, both correct, guys. I know you didn't really play much PlayStation 1, did you, Scott?
No.
No. How about you, Pete?
Yeah, I played to death, man. My whole teens.
I think earlier on we were talking about promotional copies, and my friend used to work for like the Times newspaper, and he managed to get a promotional copy of Abe's Odyssey, and oh my god, like when I played it, it was a must buy. I really played that to death. There was just nothing better than teleporting into someone and then making them explode. I just found it really satisfying. Great game. So number 9, Scott, we're going to go with you for number 9. Obviously, it was
another series that I just don't get on with. I'll put Final Fantasy 8.
Final Fantasy 8. And Pete, what did you put, mate?
Funnily enough, I put 8.
Well, guys, I'm happy to say that you both got it right. Both secret closet Final Fantasy fans. I knew it.
That would have been my shop days that saved me there, because I remember the colours and what ones to go for, because 7 was always the one worth the money and 8 was worthless.
I think it's 7 blue. 7
yeah,
like the bluey.
Yeah.
And I think it is 9 red, maybe, or something like that. No, I have actually got them, but having 4 kids, I'm being realistic. I'm never going to get time to play them. Never. Just never. Because by the time they all do one, that's when the grandkids rock up, isn't it? I'm like, whoa, no, I'm going up the shed. And last but not least, number 10. Pete, what do you think number 10 is?
I put R-Type for that.
R-Type. And Scott, what did you put for that, mate?
One of my favourite games, that is, and it's Exxon.
That is my favourite Spectrum game, original of all time, and yeah, it is excellent.
Fantastic game.
Absolutely. I think that was the game on Spectrum. When I played that, I had all these like misconceptions. You know, I was always Commodore, and I'd always like, you know, just assumed everything was better on a Commodore. And when I played Exelon, it changed my mind there and then. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And do you know what? I've actually got the Spectrum and the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad version, and I've still never played them because I just love the Spectrum version that much. And that's hard for me to say.
It just plays so much. It plays a better game.
The animation
on the other systems, but yeah.
Honestly, I think on the Spectrum, like the bright colours, I just think it's perfect.
Yeah,
it is. It's perfect. It really is. So, guys, that's the end. And, well, Scott, you've took it, mate. You've took it. Well done, Pete. Wow. What can I say? What a quiz that was. I mean,
I definitely deserve that loss, I think.
I mean, you're always welcome to come back on. As I say, we're taking on new contestants from October. If you fancy another bash at it, there's no limit to how many times you can enter, and I'd absolutely love to see you back. I really enjoy getting the crack with you before and after. But normally the after one's better because I've like finished off a bottle of wine, so I'm not sure how it'll be this week. In fact, last week it was Pete that sent us the bottle of wine, so it's obviously just a coincidence that Pete hasn't won and he didn't send a bottle of wine this week.
I got lost in the post, man.
Fucking hell. But yeah, I hope that we can catch up with you. As always, there was a tiebreak question. Which was this, guys. How many Sega SG-1000s were sold between launch in 1983 and discontinuation in 1984? So has anyone got any idea?
I hate these questions.
I would have said probably 20,000, 30,000 tops.
Pete?
Like 50,000. I literally have no idea.
So the answer was 160,000. It actually outsold the Famicom. Because the Famicom had some sort of fault with it, so they all had to be returned to fix it, whereas the SG-1000 didn't, and the SG-1000 ended up with a bigger games catalog at that time. So people were like bang into it, and that's when Nintendo opened it up to like third party to come and make games for the Nintendo, and then that's when things started to get tasty between the two of them. Guys, congratulations, Scott. You are the new retro gaming champion. So congratulations. Stewie, if you're still watching, if you're still awake, you'll be taking on Scott 2 weeks tonight at 8 o'clock British summertime. I must get that right this time, because I learned something new this week. I didn't realise that British summertime and GMT were actually different. So every day's a school day. So Pete schooled me on that one. Cheers, mate. Right. So you learn something all the time. But commiserations, Pete. It's been
fun, really good fun, man.
You put up a good fight last week, and that was a great episode. But I think the music round is definitely one that I'm going to have to maybe look at giving it a bit of a tweak. I think because a lot of people struggle with that, and at the end of the day, I'm going to end up running out of music that people are going to recognise. You know what I mean? Without kind of regurgitating it. So that's pretty much it. Unless you guys have got anything to say.
No, just great contest, Pete. That was good. Again, it was that music round, wasn't it? That was
absolute killer. Again,
I ain't going to be able to live it down about the Shenmue.
I know. What the hell?
Well, afterwards, should we just put it on just to actually see? Because
please.
We can maybe have another little listen again. Just while we're on
vinyl, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm just going to shamelessly plug my next video, because I'm giving this away for my 400 subscribers special, which was Obliterator. It's absolutely brand new. It's only been played once, so read into that what you will. So open that, played it for the first time. I managed to sniff that good old 1989 air out of the box, and that's firmly where that game is staying. And also I was doing another competition for it's just these like a sampler magazines for Fusion and for Zap 64, which are both fantastic. The Fusion is like a multi-format, whereas obviously the Zap 64 is primarily for the Commodore 64. But these are just samplers that I got sent with the album, the new Zap album, which is actually what I use as a mouse mat these days, because my mouse seems to work really well in it. So it's always here with us in the shed. So I haven't actually read any of it yet, because I always forget it and leave it in here. So, but hey, that's another story. So guys, I'm just going to drop you both at the background, and I'll catch up with you in a few minutes.
Excellent.
So bye to Pete. See you soon, I hope. Cheers, Pete. Bye-bye, mate. And Scott, again, congratulations. You'll be taking on this guy here, who is Stewie's Retro Gaming.
Yeah, bring it on.
He's got a great channel. He's got a really good following. Really big on Twitter, especially. He's been doing a lot of gaming challenges recently, which again I must catch up on. Recently lost a bit of my mojo for making videos and doing as much, but I'm in a good place right now, so I'll be back, as the big man famously once said. So looking forward to that, mate. So you okay for in 2 weeks' time? You're able to make time for us?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Bring it on.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Well, as always, it's been really nice having you on, and I'll speak to you in a couple of minutes.
Okay, excellent. Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Scott. See you later, mate. So guys, that is the end of another Retro Gamer quiz. We have a new champion. It is Sega Zombie. I must admit, I thought that was going to be tight, and I think it pretty well was. But we're going to have a bit of a rethink, I think, maybe about the music quiz. If anyone's got any suggestions, anything like that, we have a Facebook group. Anyone is able to come and join. It's not just for people who have a YouTube channel. If you want to come along and I don't know, suggest anything or possibly enter, if you have got a YouTube channel, that's the place to do it. Also, there's the email, the Twitter, or Discord. They're all listed on my About if you go to the RetroB8 YouTube channel. So I'm hope to see you guys in 2 weeks' time, where we'll do it all again. And I'll try my best to get some questions to test out our new champion, Scott, and the new challenger, which will be Stewie. So until next time, guys, goodbye.